Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Diana in case this is your first time visiting us. Today I wanted to talk to you about why do we journal? What's a scrapbook? I mean a scrapbook, sorry, a junk journal. Why do we make them? What's the purpose of them? What do we put in it? All that stuff. And I want to show you by showing you mine and what I do. What is my purpose of my junk journals, right? So for example, on this one, my junk journal, this is a journal where I journal with the intention of passing it down to somebody else. Like for an intention for, like if I die tomorrow and in the future my grandbabies who are babies now would like to know more about me, this is the one I would want them to read. So I'm gathering information about my family, my grandfamily, ancestry, and also about like people in my life or things that I do, things that I want to do, things about me and like where I was born and like stuff like that. Also about, husband and my craft room, like literally everything that like things that I've done and like my offices throughout time, my kids and, how, like, for example, if it's my grandson, like how their dad or in this case uncle would be like, like just anything about me that it talks about who I am and what I am, including like, like you saw right there, Funkos and like just maybe some of my art in here, letters and, my addictions, a little bit of story about me and like, how I view my kids, which is like, in a sense, their parent or their aunts and uncles and what I collect about them and their drawings. I have a lot of my kids' drawings in here and things that I've made for them and drawings just in general. Like this is a Christmas tree that I made and this is an antique Christmas vase. But then this is a picture of my dad when back in the day, he would go cut his trees. And so this is my dad cutting his tree down for my Christmas when I was little. But this is me making my Christmas tree out of paper. It's in this channel somewhere. Look, it's an old book, Christmas tree. It's really cool. I liked it. Anyways, just like little, this is who I am person, my collections or what I love, which is Guillermo Toro, my cereal. I made this art piece with my daughters. We all made the same art piece. And at the end of it, we all tore a little piece of our drawing and traded it. So it's like tear and share kind of art. And so I have a little bit of my oldest daughter, youngest daughter, and then my painting, right? So it was kind of like a design that we all agreed on and we shared upon them. Things that my kids did when they were little, like in 2005, like cute little stories about them, poems that I've written when I was younger, how I looked when I was younger, and things that, I studied and I went through like my sculptures. I was doing designing sets or making sets, like, everything, my Sweet 16 picture, like, and my husband's baby picture here too. Little picture, just everything and anything. Oh, this is how I'm trying to do what is it called, ancestry book or family tree. This was me starting it, but I feel like it's too small, and because what I want to do in my family tree, I want to write what they did, like what was like their main thing, because my husband loves to cook and he's like a great chef. And I just learned that his great-great-grandpa owned like a chain of restaurants in Mexico and that he was very popular in cooking. So like that's to me very interesting to know, you know what I mean? Anyway, so my dad back in the boogie days, this is my mother-in-law's grandparents. And so like see things like that. Anyway, so things when they were little and like places where I've been, my sculptures, like things that I've gathered and collected throughout time. this is for that. This is like where I'm going to put my grandbabies. I have them in here as well. Like my son calls it my generational journal. And it's true. And if you're interested, I also made this journal. It's in this channel as well. I also have this other journal that I recently, well, not recently, I started in 2023. I don't journal in it as much as I would like it to, but I do. I started it with the intention of only being like a whatever journal, not as an emotional or as personal as my other journal, but just like a place where I can just feel free, right? But at the end of the day, I didn't feel that free. I always felt pressured for it to be looking nice and clean and aesthetically pleasing. And if it didn't feel as clean as I wanted to, I do use ephemera, like the original ephemera, because I figured this. I have the ephemera. I love it. I enjoy it. And then I put it in a box and never enjoy it. Here, if I glue it and use it in my journals, at least I get to flip for it and then enjoy it then. It no longer has a value to the person that made it or created it, but I feel like it's aesthetically pleasing and might as well use it in my lifestyle or art style to be beautiful and aesthetically pleasing to me and whoever flips my journal. So that's why I do use the originals. Some of them, I clip them on like this one, and I can always remove it if I wanted to. But I don't feel like I feel super precious about it. I'm always searching for it and looking for it. So I know I'm always going to have more and more and more. So why be precious with the ones I have now just to collect them in a box? I did it. It's like having pictures in boxes. I don't feel like, because you don't want to ruin the pictures, so that you don't put it in scrapbooks. So I feel like it has no purpose in a box. It needs to be out and about. Same thing I feel about it. So these are things that I wrote, like poems and stuff like that. And this is one of my videos. I made this saying, anyway, so me when I was younger, drawings, that. So see, I feel like I have a lot of pressure in this book. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like I have to have. I always use my kids' drawings in my journals. I don't know. My son's learning Japanese, and he just wanted to say, you are nice. And he wrote me a little piece of paper. And I said, no, papi, here, write it in my journal. So I wrote it here, and he wrote what it means. So anyway, so this is a book that I'm trying to get to be loose about what I do in it and stuff like that. This is that journal, right? I made this journal also here in this channel if you're interested in knowing how I did it. But those are some of the reasons why I journal and why I like to journal. But in reality, I like this style of journaling better, where it's a little bit of everything, right? It's a journal, it's a photo album, it's a keepsake keeper, it's an art journal, it's a junk keeper, it's a scrapbook, it's a sticker book, it's a history, it's of everything. And I feel like when you say junk journal, you're short-cutting or listing what it actually should represent. We should have like a acronym of it, or I don't want to call it life journal because I feel like I've heard that before, and I feel like that's actually my generational one, more close to that. This is more like, I don't know, but this is all Disneyland related, right? This is all, for example, this is Monsters Inc. And then my little boy dressed up in all Monsters Inc. Related. I love this because this is my grandson and his mom's bra on his head, and it reminded me of this. So I drew that. So it's an art book, right? It's an art journal, but then it's also a sticker book, and it's also a, what's it called, a photo album, right? So would it be right just to call it an art journal, or would it be You know what I mean? Like, this is when we stayed at the Disneyland Hotel one of the times. And see, this is my kids' art. So, is it a bookkeeper? Is it a scrapbook? What is it, you know? So I feel like we should, as a collective art community or journal community, we should name these kind of art books something else. I was thinking, like, if you put like photo album, keepsake, and all that stuff, and you grab all the, like, you know, the first letter of every word, you'll have like something, a word maybe. And I was thinking about it, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, what about this word and that word? But the closest, or the, I guess, decent word I came up with was Jack sucks. Because it's chunks, art, keepsake, sticker. I mean, if you put all of that, I mean, I don't know, but we should name these something else, because it's not junk, right? It's not a junk journal. It's my drawings. My husband colors me papers here and there sometimes, and here's one of them. Colored me Donald Duck, and I drew Donald Duck, right? So, and here I want to put a picture with us is Donald Duck. And this is the Matterhorn. This is actually a postcard, a vintage postcard of the Matterhorn. Where Walt Disney got his inspiration from the Matterhorn. And this is him at the Matterhorn. So this is not an original picture. I just printed it. But this is a picture, a stamp from this place. And this is an original postcard from that place that I found. But see, I also printed this postcard with that mountain in the back. And then Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse climbing, you know what I mean? And I mean, what is it? It's not junk, I feel, maybe, somewhat, I don't know. And this is, of course, Mickey Mouse climbing the Matterhorn. But, so I painted a train because Walt Disney was a big train enthusiast, and I can see from my window the train passing by, and I wrote here how much Walt Disney loved it. And I also just got the Funko from Walt Disney riding the train. What is that? Junk journaling? This is Walt Disney on a train. What is it? You know, this is junk for sure, 100%. But this is like ephemera, and this, like, that I collected from Disneyland. These are stickers I buy. You know, this is my old credit card, which is, I guess, junk. This is a gathering that I went to go meet one of my favorite YouTubers. My husband coloring something for me. All of us together. Like, my son and I went on a mother-son date to Disneyland. And, like, things like that. And I feel like, I don't feel like it should, like, when I tell my kids, I'm going to put your picture in my junk journal, they say, it's not junk. But why do we do it? Why do we do this? Because I don't want to throw away this. It's a pleasure for me to flip through this journal, enjoy their art, my art, us growing together as artists or as people, as creators. And, you know, books that I was going to throw away, but then I collected some of the stuff that I liked in there, some of the drawings and pictures and stickers. And it's like a gathering of emotions, you know. So I feel because we're humans, and a lot of us journalers are emotionally attached to certain things for the dumbest reasons. Sometimes I feel like we get attached to these things. Like, I've had these stamps forever, like ever and ever. They're, I don't know. And then I recently got these Buzz Lightyear stamps. My Funko. See, this is Funko from the boxes, you know, because I'm collecting Walt Disney Funkos. And this is from his boxes, my drawings. These are stickers that I've had since I was a little kid. These are my collections of Muppet Babies. This is my, what is it called? Like those table mats from the Muppet Babies. This is in theory my very first collection of stuff that I collected. And I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. And I was so infatuated with the Muppet Babies. Like, you know, like kids are now all into Spider-Man or something like that. My love was towards Muppet Babies because I'm an 80s, 90s kid. and this is them. And I used to have like posters, and I remember having a bedding. I don't have a picture of my room, which that would be so fantastical. If my mom would have taken a picture of me when I was a little kid in my room with my junk, that would have been like so amazing. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to capture me, my kids, as we go in time. And then when I leave, they'll have this to remember and to pass on to their kids, and stuff like that. And this is Disney on Ice, like stuff that this I made a little TV. It's a 3D TV. I don't know if you can see it, but us, going to Disneyland and all our snacks. This is a castle. I have a picture of us. We went as a trip as a family. My husband was the Beast. My little girl was Belle. My son was what's his name? Gaston. And I was like the teacup. And so for us, we dressed up, but I have to put the picture here, and I'm gonna use the mirror, things like that. Anyways, this is from that. Here and there I sneak in stuff that is not Disney related. This is from the Wild Robots. We went to the premiere in LA, and my son read the book, so that was his reward for reading the book. And yeah, and they give you like extra, like they gave you like it's a 3D model or something, paper model of the robot, but I just kind of like made it a little more flatter, and I put it here, and they gave you coloring. They gave you this whole thing for the premiere. And so I want to show you how I journal and how it is that I use mine and why I journal myself. This is it. This is the layout. I loved how it came out. I decided to do even was like the perfect little spot here, but this is my kind of journaling, and that's why I feel like calling it junk journal is not the right thing, but it's not an art journal either. So I don't know. And in this case, my writing here is the opening song to the movie WALL-E that we recently just saw, and I've been meaning to draw WALL-E, and I even put a sticker here like to remind me that this page was for WALL-E. But to me, the layout wasn't complete in my head until I decided what to put in this side, because I already had this in my head that I wanted to do, but I didn't know what to do on this side. And I just realized that the opening song to the movie of WALL-E, the first like nice little opening song, it's called Put On Your Sunday Clothes, and it talks to Barnaby, and Barnaby's my grandson, so to me is one of the twins. So to me that was like the most beautiful thing ever. I put a picture of him here, and to me it wrapped things up. I put what the song was about. I put the lyrics, and I put what song it is here. And yeah, I loved it. I love doing that kind of stuff. Like this is my husband and my daughter eating pasta. They have a thing that they have to do that stuff. And so I had a sticker of that, and then I had a postage stamp about that, and then I just drew a little thing, and that was it. It's not finished because I feel like I need to write stuff on it, and I still have like a couple stickers I want to put on here. But that's kind of what I do. And then like every time I get new stickers like this one, I would just grab a sheet, and then I just go through my journal like this, and then I just find a place where Let me take the thing off. And I'll just find like places where I want to put some of these stickers, and that's how I do it. I don't have a per se spot of where I put stuff or where I've planned things. I don't have much of that going on planning wise, you know.
What the heck goes here right here?
And that's how I usually do it. I'll have stickers, but I have a lot of these repeat. I was thinking maybe like if you were a Disney sticker journaler, we can see I have like 5 of these sheets. I'm like, I'm not gonna put 5 of the same ones over. Maybe we can do like a little Disney exchange on my like Disney's birthday or something like that. But that's how I journal. Like pretty much I grab new stuff and I find something, and when I feel like journaling or something, I just come and look for where to put it and just pounce around and put it in here and stuff. And it is such an enjoyment for me. Some pages are filled up and some are not. And so that's what I do, you know. I know that sometimes, like, if you're like me, you know, sometimes it gets overwhelming because I see other people's having like these really cool journals and I don't have like, you know, that kind of really cool journal thing going on. But if, you know, if it makes you happy when you flip through it and you want to get stickers or something to flip through it, then you're doing something right? And you're doing something that sings to your heart. And I feel like that's why we journal. Like those of us that journal, that is why we journal, because it sings to our heart, you know. And I would like to talk about what I journal about or what I put inside the books in another video. I have another video that I'm working on with that. And but yeah, we'll bring it, we'll talk about it then. I just wanted to get something going on for Junk Journal January. But you know, like I said, let's think of something else to call it other than a junk journal. But I love you guys. I thought it was something I want to cover. I love you guys. Till next time, stay crafty, stay journaling. Till next time, guys, stay safe. Bye.